Hey guys, how you doing? So, as I'm making the matches, the waterproof matches for my kit, I thought I might as well make a video about it to show you guys how I make them. I'm gonna show you two types of them. One of them is the easiest type, just a plain old match, waterproof match, nothing special about it. But the other type is something I use more often. It's basically a match with some cotton that would give you a lot more heat, that would generate a lot more heat, and would burn a lot longer than the standard match. So bear with me guys while I'm doing it. And as far as I'm concerned, there is plenty way of making those matches waterproof. I heard people making them out of match and just taking a nail polish and just put it in on. It will for sure make it waterproof, but I'm not sure if it's as easy as this thing. Well, you need to buy polish, nail polish. It could be a lot more expensive than just a normal candle. So common man sense, this thing is much cheaper. I also heard people spraying some stuff on those matches. Those stuff that spray that is waterproof or something. I don't like it. I don't think it would work at all. If it does, then good for them. But it's still gonna be much more expensive than just a normal candle. So what you're gonna need for this project is actually, of course, some matches. Could be strike anywhere matches, could be the longer ones. I just have the shorter versions, just a standard match, nothing special about it, as you can see. Then you're gonna need a candle. Any candle will work. You just need something to heat the wax up. Then a container. Now the container is not mandatory to the project. You can just do it without a container, but I think it's much simpler and much faster if you make a lot of them. Let's say you want to make 20, 30 of them. The container will help you a lot with the speed of making them. And then the last part for the second type of matches is actually some cotton. Cotton balls, just plain old cotton, what have you, will work. So now what you're gonna do is to light a candle. Now this is the part that will take some time, because the candle will take some time to actually burn down and melt the wax around. So later on I'm going to show you the method when it's going to be really fast, but just for now, just acknowledge the fact that you might have to wait. So just take a match. We're going to make the first type first. Take a match, and it could not be easier. It's as simple as taking a match and dipping in it. That's all you gotta do. Dip it in, roll it a little bit. I'd say like that much is enough. Take it out and you're good. That's your waterproof match. Now let it dry for a little while. Give it a minute or two. Let it dry. Then turn it around just like that and put it in the other side. Now I haven't let it dry, so I'm actually gonna have some wax on my fingers, but just let it dry and turn it around, put it in the other side. Just like that. And boom. Now after you gave it a minute or two to dry out, the match is actually gonna look like it's just covered with wax. Let me just zoom in if I can. Yep. So as you can see, it's just a match covered with wax. Nothing special about it. Now to make it even more waterproof, to make it 1000% sure that it's gonna be waterproof, you can dip it in again and again. I usually put 1 or 2, 3 layers of the wax on it, but it's all up to you. One layer will work. And the second type of matches is actually a bit trickier. Obviously you're gonna need a match and some cotton balls. Now it could be a cotton ball, it could be just cotton, doesn't matter. Take a little bit of it. It does not have to be that much. Could be this much, good enough. And just take your match, put it on your match, and just start rolling it just below the match head. Just roll it on. Now what you don't need to do, or what you don't want to do, is to roll it on the match head, because then you're not going to be able to use it. So just roll it below the match head, roll it good. And that's it. That's the whole process to actually roll it on. Now you can put a lot more on it, you can put a lot less, it's all up to you. I think this is enough. It would give you a lot slower burn process, and it would generate a lot more heat than a normal. And the second part of the process is actually to dip this match with the cotton on it in the wax. Now you can do it with this candle. It's not a big deal to do it with this candle. You can even blow the candle out if you want to do this, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna dip it in It's not gonna light on fire because it's covered with wax and it's not as easy to catch with fire. But you still gotta watch it out. You don't wanna mess with the fire and cotton balls, right? In your house. So just roll it a bit longer than the first match because cotton actually has to take some of that wax in. So it's basically gonna suck it in as a sponge does. So just let it sit there for 10 seconds, I would say. That's good enough. Take it out and just let it dry. That's how simple it is. Let it dry and you're good to go. And after it's dry, you just gotta reverse the process. Take the candle and just dip the other end. Dip it in, roll it a bit. It does not have to be rolled as much as the front part. Just roll it in, make sure it's all covered, and you're good. Now that was the easiest process, and here is the finished product, as you can see. That's how it looks like. I'm gonna show how it works at the end of the video, but I just want to show you how to make them a little bit faster. So basically what you're gonna take is you're gonna take a metal container, as I mentioned before. You're gonna put some wax into it, actually a piece of candle into it, just like that. Take pliers or what have you just to hold it in because this is gonna get hot. So take some pliers to hold it in. Let me just zoom in. Yep. Take some pliers, hold it in, hold it over there, and it's gonna start melting. Now I have something that I always use in here, ready to rock. Is just something like that, a container that was fairly used already. I just put some scrapings of the candle in there. I put it over a burning candle, and this is gonna melt fairly fast. Depends on how much wax you have in there. This thing would start melting between 30 seconds to 2 minutes. It started melting after like 30 seconds and it's just getting done right now. It was around 1 minute and 20 seconds from when I started, so you can see you can melt a lot of wax fairly fast. And so if you needed to make those matches, this is not a done one. This is a finished product word here. So you can actually melt a lot of wax really fast, and you can make a lot of those in no time. And once it's done, after around 2 minutes, I tend just to put it on something like aluminum foil, just not to burn anything. Put it in there. Make sure it stands well. In my case, it would have to stand. Oh, I know you can't see shit, but that's it. And then what you take is the match, the second type, as I showed you. Roll it in and just dip it in there. Now there's a lot of wax in here, and you can just make them a lot faster when the wax burning process takes not like 2 hours but 2 minutes, right? Normal candle. This candle has burned for 2 hours. Came to, oh shit, I fucked it up. But this candle burned for around 2 hours, and it came to the same point as this thing in 2 minutes. So, you know, choose for yourself. The match is gonna be all the same. There is no difference in there, but this thing is a lot more efficient, and it's gonna just melt the wax a lot faster. And the last part is to actually show you guys how these works. They both work the same. I'm just going to show them both for the sake of the video. So what you do is you take the match, you scrape the wax off the head. You just want to scrape it off. Just like that. As you can see, it's scraped off. Then you take your matchbox and you just go ahead as with a normal match. Boom, it burns. Now I can guarantee you these matches are 100% waterproof. They will still burn a little bit slower than the normal match, but it's not going to be something magnificent. So let me just blow that one off. Put it in a safe spot. And then let's take the other one. Same process. You take it, you scrape the wax off the head. There we go. And then you just start off as a normal match. And this match, the one with the cotton, this one would burn a lot longer than a normal match. It will basically burn for up to a minute, generating a lot of heat because all this cotton will burn at the same time. And I'm getting my camera melted right now, so I'm gonna blow it off. You guys know the idea. So you guys know the idea of it, how it works. Both of these matches will do. Waterproof matches, just a great addition to the kit. Made it out of basic matches and then a candle. So it takes literally 2 minutes to make one. Well, if you want the second type, you also need cotton, but that's all you're gonna need for those matches, and they can save your ass one day if you're going that hardcore. And you know, matches like matches, they're gonna burn, they're gonna give you heat, they're gonna start your fire. And I especially recommend you this second type of matches, because these just rock. They generate a lot of heat and they're just awesome. Thumbs up for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe and have fun.